The company that was first on four wheels decided it was time to breathe some new life into their full-size 4x4 ATV models. For 2019, Suzuki has made a number of updates to the venerable and nearly identical KingQuad 750 and 500, adding the most significant round of updates since the addition of power steering in 2009. Updated styling complements a number of other changes made to the ATVs, looking to enhance their overall performance and durability, while seemingly minimizing changes to the production process at their manufacturing facility located in Rome, Georgia. Offering more performance for the dollar than any other in ATVing, it's no wonder that the full-size mid-bore 4x4 segment is so popular among enthusiasts and highly contested by manufacturers. Suzuki's updated 2019 KingQuad 500 means that things in the full-size mid-bore 4x4 segment have been shaken up a bit, making it a machine that we knew we had to put to the test. ATV On Demand's test of the 2019 Suzuki KingQuad 500 is made possible by Maxima Premium ATV Engine Oil, formulated for today's higher revving, hotter running, high-performance engines. Exceeding OEM specifications, its proprietary additives create a sheer, stable polymer system, providing unsurpassed protection against wear, oxidation, viscosity, and thermal breakdown. Its wet clutch formula provides outstanding fade-free clutch performance. Maxima Premium ATV Engine Oil, available at power sports dealers everywhere. The chassis, suspension, brakes, and other components are shared among the 500 and 750. The 500's slightly more simple engine design is where Suzuki saves money for the consumer. The toughest part in choosing the KingQuad 500 for us would be knowing that the KingQuad 750 costs only $1,000 more. For this reason, we will be putting the 500 and 750 head-to-head very soon, to see how their difference in performance stacks up against their difference in price. Subscribe and you won't miss it. The 500 is powered by a 493cc 4-valve single overhead cam liquid-cooled fuel-injected 4-stroke engine, versus a more complex double overhead cam setup on the 750. The compact 4-valve design is said to use large intake valves and straight intake ports for cylinder charging efficiency, with the engine claimed to have been tuned for a wide power band with strong top-end power. The cylinder is canted forward for a lower seat height and overall center of gravity. A counterbalancer is used to reduce vibration. For 2019, the 500's engine has received minor fuel mapping changes, primarily to remain EPA compliant. Suzuki has also installed special gas caps on the California models to meet the state's strict fuel evaporation standards. A fully automatic Cvt transmission features high and low ranges plus neutral and reverse, selected by a smooth operating left side mounted gated shifter. A slick push button and lever combo on the right side of the handlebars allows you to select between 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and 4-wheel drive with the front differential locked. The 500 fires up quickly and is ready to go in short order. Vibration levels emitted by the engine are pretty low. The 500's transmission takes advantage of a little more RPM to make up for its smaller size compared to the 750. Rolling on the gas, CVT engagement is smooth but seems to happen at a slightly higher RPM than its bigger brother. Then it holds on longer before upshifting. The engine pulls hardest in the mid-range whether you're towing or trail riding, and the CVT does a good job of keeping the engine in the heart of the power. There's adequate power to conquer almost any incline you'll face on a typical trail system, with plenty of thrust for most short, punchy climbs. That translates into good times out on the trail racing corner to corner. The 500's not a great slider, but that has more to do with too much roll in the stock tires than the 500's engine performance. On long straightaways, the 500 has no issue getting up to and maintaining speed, building RPMs well for a single-cylinder sport utility machine. The engine is equally happy working, casually cruising, or heading out for a brisk ride. The frame's geometry remains unchanged. However, Suzuki made a number of updates to increase its strength, rigidity, and towing capacity. The thickness of the mainframe's tubes have been increased from 1.6 to 2 millimeters, and the mounting brackets for the suspension and final drive cases were reinforced. The rear ball mount has been replaced with a 2-inch hitch receiver, which along with the reinforced frame allows for a 333-pound increase in towing capacity to 1,323 pounds. Riders have complained of oversteering on previous models that could make the machine a handful on downhills or rough terrain at high speeds. This was most noticeable on models without power steering. For 2019, Suzuki says that the base steering characteristics are now tuned for an understeer condition. They work to accomplish this with shock and sway bar updates. New gas-charged shocks feature larger bodies and 5-way preload adjustment all around. The fronts received revised damping settings in search of improved control. Suspension travel remains unchanged with numbers that are a bit conservative. The dual A-arm front end delivers 6.7 inches of travel, with the dual-arm rear suspension providing 7.7 inches of travel. Suzuki utilized a larger diameter rear sway bar with a different shape to increase rigidity. Softer sway bar bushings were used to reduce shock transferred into the chassis. To further improve control, Suzuki increased the electric power steering's power output by 40% in search of lighter steering and reduced bump feedback. Rolling on 25/812 front and 25/1012 rear Carlisle tires, the KingQuad is a claimed 47.8 inches wide with a 50.6-inch wheelbase, 36.2-inch seat height with 10.2 inches of ground clearance, putting its size somewhere in the middle of the class. The updated chassis and suspension retain what's good about the KingQuad's handling. At slow to intermediate speeds, its quick, agile handling lets you bob and weave your way through tight sections of trail. Steering is pretty light in 2-wheel drive, becoming a bit stiffer in limited slip 4-wheel drive near full lock, and even more so with the front differential lock engaged. We feel it could benefit from a bit more power steering assistance in 4-wheel drive, although steering was by no means difficult. Honestly, we couldn't tell much difference between the 2019's power steering and previous years, although power steering adds a lot to the KingQuad's handling, rider control, and will definitely reduce fatigue. If you're considering a KingQuad, we'd recommend going with a power steering equipped model. The revised shocks and stiffer sway bar result in a mildly calmer KingQuad when things get rowdy, without much sacrifice in ride quality at lower speeds. The shocks are similar to their older counterparts when it comes to eating up smaller trail junk, although after more time spent with the updated suspension, we feel that the front shocks are a bit firmer than years past over bumps of all sizes. On big G-outs and jump landings, the new shocks don't bottom as easily. They seem a bit more composed under hard braking and on downhills. When speeds pick up, both rear tires remain better planted in corners, with a bit less body roll entering turns and on off-camber descents, thanks to the stiffer rear sway bar and new shock settings. The 500's handling is well matched to its intended use of hard worker trail riding, with a bit more predictability when getting aggressive. Brakes have been updated for 2019. The dual hydraulic front disc brakes received new pads, and the lever and line were optimized for better feel. The low-maintenance sealed multi-disc rear brake received a new revised lever ratio for improved feel and overall performance. The front brakes offer good power and feel. The rear brake can be locked up, but still lacks the positive feel of standard disc brakes. Overall, braking performance remains very similar to last year, with adequate braking performance. Engine braking is effective without being overpowering. Taller handlebars were utilized to put the rider in a more upright, relaxed position. We found the new bar height comfortable and easy to work with. We've always been big fans of Suzuki's plush, easy to move around on T-shaped seat. Their floorboards and footpeg combination is the best in the business ergonomically, with plenty of room to pivot your foot on the peg in rough terrain. The rear brake's pedal height is also right where it should be. Steel racks are still the best design in the industry when it comes to securing cargo, in our opinion, without as much need to buy expensive accessories, and they don't crack in cold temperatures. The KingQuad's racks feature a wrinkle black painted finish and are rated to haul 66 pounds front and 132 pounds rear. A new rear-mounted, centrally located 4-liter storage box sits adjacent to the left side mounted 4-liter storage box found on previous models, in addition to the 2.8-liter water-resistant storage box found on the right front fender. Accompanying the new styling is the return of the handlebar-mounted headlight. A revised digital instrument display now features a programmable service interval reminder. In conclusion, the KingQuad 500 delivers all the power that most will ever need for work or play. Its engine has all the power needed to easily reach its towing capacity, and it delivers a good time out on the trail. The 500 gets the nod for delivering a small but noticeable improvement in suspension performance and handling predictability. The beefed-up frame has enhanced its capabilities and should improve its durability for years to come. Competitively priced, the KingQuad 750 really stands out in its class as the largest displacement single-cylinder 4x4 ATV on the market. In spite of its overall solid performance, the 500 doesn't have any one feature that really makes it stand out, aside from one of the most expensive retail prices in its class. However, the KingQuad is built mostly in the USA. It comes with an impressive 1-year warranty, offers years of refinement, and attention to detail that the Japanese manufacturers are known for. All good reasons for considering the updated 2019 Suzuki KingQuad 500. For more information on the 2019 Suzuki KingQuad 500 AXI power steering, or Suzuki's full line of ATVs and motorcycles, log on to suzukicycles.com. Receive our latest videos when they're released by subscribing to ATV On Demand and enabling notifications. Follow us on our other social media accounts to keep up with all that we're doing. For way more content like this, check out our other videos. Thanks for watching.